All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to
Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi by Hashem, Rakakudash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, we are the GMS Mississippi Camp. All right, and we out here, hey, week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of America, man. Which biblically, all right, is called Babylon. All right, also Assyria, also Egypt. All right, so, but we out here, Sodom. The water, I was definitely thinking of other things, man, the water. But we out here to wake up our people and give you biblical perspective. So what do we mean when we say we give you biblical perspective? All right, we're here to align everything that you see around you back to the scriptures. Because the scriptures filters out everything that you see going on around you. It's not just happening. All right? So we out here to prophesy to our people who they are according to the Bible. And it's Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Zebulon, the so-called Guatemala, the Panamanian Indians, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Gad, the so-called North American Indians, Rubens, the so-called Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the so-called Argentina, the Chilean Indians, Asher, the so-called Colombia, the Uruguayan Indians, and Issachar, the so-called Mexican Indians, man. And we out here to get biblical perspective as to who we are, all right, where we came from, all right, all right, and what's about to happen. Well, I want to start off with Psalm 34:7. Did you have it? All right.
Psalm 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him and delivereth them.
All right, because this is alluding to the situation that happened, what was that, last weekend with the brothers out there, was that Indiana? All right, but the angels was knocking bullets out the way, man, because you got something called quantum physics, right? And it's basically the study of basically things beyond the physical eye. And Esau can tell you through with science that there's entities around us that we can't see with the physical eye, because basically our rapid eye movement doesn't take place while we're conscious. In so many words. So they move on a frequency that's too high for us to perceive in these bodies while we're awake, man. But just want to show you there's scientific proof that there's angels around us. All right. So we're going back to the beloved brothers in Indiana, man, and they had angels around them, man. All right. Same thing with us. The reason why the supervisor held you 10 minutes late and it made you frustrated, the most I'll probably save your ass from a car accident, man. The reason why you made a waking up late, all right? The reason why you got certain things going on, or things is being manipulated all around you in traffic and people coming and going around you, all right, they're being manipulated by angels, man.
You got your phone in the break room.
You forgot your phone in the break room, man. That little 5-second delay kept you from getting pulled over, all right? Kept you from getting rear-ended, T-boned, all right? You know, motherfuckers get to shoot in, excuse my language, people really get to shoot in traffic. You know, we'll be doing rideshare food deliveries on the same bridge where a dude get his brains blown out of it, man. So the Most High manipulate all type of things, all right, to where you as the Israelite, hopefully elect, don't get hurt, man. You got it, bro.
In Jeremiah 15:20, done. And I will make thee unto this people a fixed brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, said the Lord Yahawah by Yahawashi. So what you see is not just men, you know, who conjures up an idea to come out here on the street corners, man. You know, we work for a higher power. We're servants of Yahawah by Yahawashi. All right, and when you're servants or assets of the king, you're going to be protected, man. The king is going to protect his assets, man. So long as we stay within the will of Yahawah by Yahawashi, people can't come up against it, man. And that's from the highest elites, all right, to the lowest person in the earth. There's nothing they can do against the prophets, man. You know, unless the Lord allow it, man. You know? Yep.
All right, hold on for 1 second, brother.
I was going to say, yeah, because, hey, man, we got the ultimate protection and that ultimate security, you know, because, hey, we are the highest value men, you know, so Yahawah Shah placed their heads around us, and he keepeth us
You know, so if I can get this Proverbs 20 and verse 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord Yahawaah. How can a man then understand his own way?
So the Most High will use agents, because the angels are agents. They're utensils for the Most High. They're his extended arm. The Most High use agents to enter into your mind to manipulate you to go certain directions, to make you forget stuff. Damn, I forgot my keys. You be bad. And that's why I feel that we have lessons within this journey, within our life, within our portion through the week, and we have to be aware that these are lessons. We have spiritual lessons, all right, within our everyday. Life is a classroom. So, I'm my first student to what I'm saying. Like, you have to see the lesson in it. Like you said, damn, what's the last point you just made? Because it's a good point, man. Well, like how you somebody you forget your keys.
Oh, yeah.
All right, a man's orders are the Most High. Like, the Most High tapped into your spirit.
You missed the exit.
You'll miss the exit. Hey, but guess what? This is how you know it's a spirit. You will miss the exit or miss the street, and a street that you have to turn around and go back on the right street, you will see a car in the parking lot that says 144. So like, damn, no, it's meant for me to miss the exit. So the Most I show you that we don't have free will. Well, what's up, bro?
888.
Huh?
888 on that tag right now.
Oh, 888. 88 for infinity for Yahawah, man. Right, and we're in the year of Yahawah, because this is the year of 2024. What's 2024? 2 and 2 and 4 is what? 8. Then is 2 and 2. Well, 2 and 2 and 4 is 8, man. All right. So that's Yahawah, man. He is. All right. So Mosai is probably gonna be the year Mosai show us strength, man. Show who he is. But we can't see almost every YouTube podcast is about some get money stuff, right? And something that the beloved Apostle Ramlab said, you know, brothers will be on this mission. You know, we'll have these ambitions or you know, you want to be off the grid or whatever it may be, but we'll miss those spiritual messages. Like, why did this particular bird fly by your window? We'll miss those spiritual things, like, you know, why did you just see 144? We'll miss these spiritual things to show us the Most High got us. Even when you're chaotic, even when your situation look like it's all over the place, or it's like the Most High got you doing some everything, your chaos is his strategy. Like, this is like everything is still organized in his world. You see what I'm saying? It's a method to the madness. So instead of everything he gave you was calculated, is what I'm saying. All right, but we get the scriptures.
I would say it's crazy to say it's a method to the madness, because, matter of fact, last week on my way to camp, I was talking to the elder priest of Bayou, and this Jake was driving super and all up on my bumper, whipping through traffic and shit. Then he finally jumped out in front of me as I was talking to the priest, and it had 144 on the table.
Hey, the brother got the Bible scripture, Proverbs 20:24. On your board. I'm thinking like it's the year 2024, but it equals 8. But you were saying like it was like, I'm sorry, because it was like you missed the car accident.
No, I didn't miss the accident with the dude who driving crazy. Could have easily been me. But like I say, he got in front of me and it had 144. But it was like, in a sense, like the Bible said that the Lord wanted me to see that, but it gave me a sense of just chill, because I was getting pissed off because he was all up on my bumper and shit. You know, that's kind of pushed people in the road rage and shit.
It does.
But it just showed them that the Lord, you know, I'm with you. But this idiot could have ran me over.
Even in chaos.
Yeah.
Because like you have to remember, the most isn't that a scripture where the angel bent the bow, like the angel was it a king? The angel manipulated the arrow to hit, you know? Yeah. So even things that seem like it is a bunch of chaotic stuff going on, the Most High has his angels manipulate everything because they're on a way more advanced frequency. So in our human mind, it just seemed like, you know, some crazy stuff happening, but the craziness was calculated by Yahawah by Shema Shai. All right, go ahead. I think I should put it there.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse, I'm going to do 15 to 16. It said, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them.
And Yahawah Shai is really on the right hand of Yahawah. But underneath Yahawah Shai is the angels, man. Because really now Yahawashi is the Lord of hosts. You see? You gonna make a point, brother. Let's go, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. But now thus said the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burnt, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
Yep. So, go ahead, bro. Break it down.
So, you know, the Most High is going to be with you doing all, you know, you serve Yahawah Shem Yahushua. He's going to be with you no matter what. You just have to believe and have faith in him. No matter what you're going through, you know, put him first.
Because, you know, even in, like, World Wars, World War I, like, what was it, 1914? All right, World War II, 1941, hit the Vietnam War. We had ancient world battles. Even in those battles, there was very intense and very gruesome, very boisterous. The Most High was manipulating everything in those battles. Even bullets flying everywhere. When this man next to you get his head fucking blown off, all right, this man next to you get shit in the chest, but you didn't die. Why didn't you die though? Or you might have get hit, but you didn't die. It ain't no like, damn, I almost died. The bullet almost hit me. No, the angel didn't want you to, the Most High didn't want you to die. So the Most High manipulated that bullet to go past you. Why? You got to give birth to the elect.
This is seen on Flash. He was going around, but they were shooting bullets at each other, but he was going so fast, he started putting the bullet where they wanted to go. You know, just kind of going back to what you're saying, that's how the angels be doing.
Yeah, because everything is a whole lot slower in this Plato kingdom.
Yeah.
Where we all subject to this low dense earthen tabernacle. Right. All right?
Yeah, I was going to say, we're coming to some dangerous times.
Yeah.
Some dangerous times. You know, when Jacob's trouble actually pop off, you got to remember these scriptures. You got to remember that he said, 1,000 going to fall at your right hand, remember the paraphrase, 1,000 at your left, but no, you know, he ain't going to touch you.
As a matter of fact, get that scripture too, bro. Go to hand something.
That's it.
All right, go ahead, young lady.
Psalm 91 and 1.
That's a good scripture.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
See, we're abiding under the shadow of the Almighty. The first ark was physical. The second ark is spiritual. Now, there's going to be an actual literal ark that Abuela will ascend to, which is the chariot, which that's the spaceship, so-called spaceship. But now we're in a spiritual ark, man. And every time we pray to Yahawah, we come out here and do the works, stay in the spirit, we're paying on our premiums to stay covered by his protection. Okay? But if you fall out this truth, all right, there's left-hand angels, just how it's right-hand angels here to protect you, there's left-hand angels here to get you out the truth. That's their job. And if you succumb to that, whether it's through a woman, through your job, your money, whatever, all right, you'll lose that protection plan. All right, go ahead.
This verse 2, I will say of Yahawah Shem Yahushua, he is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in him will I trust.
My power in him will I trust. And we were talking about earlier, we got to keep the lessons throughout the week. So what we are today is Friday, right? So we got to understand the spiritual lessons between Saturday and Thursday. Because we're only teaching a small space throughout the week. But there's intricate lessons within our life on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that we have to discern that these are lessons by Yahawah set up as building blocks for our spirit, building blocks for our faith. How many circumstances that we go through this week that you have to tell yourself, be still and know that I'm Yahawah? Or that you have to comfort yourself with the scripture and understand the Most High got it. And in most cases, it was probably trivial, and certain things were a little more dire. But these are the things, but at the end of the day, we still ended up at Camp Friday. So we have to understand that these things that we go through throughout our week, they're not just random occurrences that happen and then we come to camp on Friday. We held spiritual lessons through the week that we have to discern that these are lessons here to boost up our faith. So when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, we already have that faith built up because he's delivering us in these trivial circumstances. All right, but I want you to finish that in Psalm 9. I want you to go down some more about the shop. You know this something? All right.
Verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence.
What's the noisome pestilence? It's the dupes. Why not? And if you think of a pestilence, You think of something that peels away at your skin, that consumes your skin. So from a biblical Eastern perspective, at the sight of missiles consuming the flesh, one would rightfully call that a pestilence. That flame consuming your flesh. I remember this song we used to sing when I was little. It went like rain around the roses, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. But actually that was a song when Jake was singing going back to those black plagues. Because that was a symptom of this particular plague consuming your flesh. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Which, it went back to that great plague, but here's another great plague. It's going to be ashes, ashes. They all fall down. Because we're out here to get delivered. We're not out here to get consumed with everybody else. All right?
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah, like the brother was breaking down, you should cover thee with thy feathers. All right, was there exactly you going to say? Yeah, like covered us with his feathers. A hen, a chicken, they covered the chickens with the feathers. So,
Extremely protected.
so they get extremely protected.
And the main predator that she kill off is foxes and snakes.
Yep.
You know, that's serpent.
Serpent. Yeah, that's right. Those predators. So we're protected by, like, that's why it's not just Yahawashi telling us to pray, just to pray. We got to talk to Yahweh. But this is the war of vibrations. Satan is sending all type of enchantments through vibrations at the hopeful elect. That's why you might have weird dreams. You might have weird thoughts. All right? These are demonic attacks against you. That's why the two-thirds of our people, they're getting more and more darker because they don't have a divine protection. So we got to constantly pray and do the works because it's a force field against these invisible enchantments, man. All right?
They get blacker, yeah.
Yeah, they get blacker. They can do more.
I was we become more spiritual. We tap more into the spirit, you know. So spiritual things starting to happen. Like this, like I had this dream that one of my coworkers was gonna come back to work, but she had quit, right? She didn't get the job back, but she ended up still coming back to work in the same colors I had a dream about her in. It was like a few months, it was like a few months later.
And you know what's happening though? Most High gonna give brothers dreams. So Most High gonna give you a vision. At this rate, like the Most High give you a vision of how to move. So let's say we move it as a unit.
Dreams with instruction.
Dreams with instruction. Like, you're gonna wake up saying, look, brother, we gotta go to this location at this particular time. You already saw it. So hey, you know, the Most High already got it set up. I knew he was a prophet, brother. All right, go ahead.
Just real quick, going back to the protection. Matthew 23 and 37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gather her chickens under her wings, and ye would not.
Yep.
You know what we said in Psalms. You know, because going into those fellas, ultimately it's going to be those chariots, man. You know, where we're going to be gathered, you know, under the wings of Yahweh Shai. But just that analogy that's similar to, you know, a hen is very protective of her hens, man. And the elect is like the hens, you know, of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so Yahweh Shai was like, look, I want to protect you, but you keep killing, you going against the program.
Yeah.
Like the prophets is here to, like you say, to lay out an assurance program during Jacob trouble. But you rejecting the policy.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So we're
Right.
like, okay, bet.
Yeah.
You know?
It's gonna get rough, man.
Everybody want flood insurance in the flood.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you ever go to the coast? I know the coast brothers, if y'all watching this, you ever go to the coast, man? They got those houses sitting on long legs. Yeah, the stilts, those long African legs. You know, like African, I forget what they call it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Those houses sitting on those long. Yeah, man. That's that flood insurance. Because you already know it's going to be a flood. So we're already covered, man. All right? All right, you got it.
Also, too, thinking about the ark, when they built the ark, the covenant, the cherubims, you know, they had the wings, you know, protecting the ark.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy, brother. We got invisible forces around us, man. Hey, like that Nah, I'm not even gonna go into it, but we got invisible forces, man. Because in the eyes of the Most High, like you said, we're his assets. So if you look at like another country, man, like somebody that's very important to that country, they got an army around them, like a little mini army. Like Emirates. Emirates have like an army around you. We literally have armies around us, manipulating things so we don't jump in front of a car. So a drive-by shooting, a judgment set up for somebody else doesn't affect us, man. All right?
It's like going back to that when going to the wings, you know, what they can say in the world to somebody, his younger brother or friend, you know, so I'm going to take you under my wing, you know. Ooh. That's him showing type of guidance and protection. And that's like the angels, man. You know.
When you being, like you always going to respect the hedge. Because if you got a security detail around you, you got to stay within their perimeters. Yeah. Like you can't start moving outside their perimeters because they got everything planned for you to be in their perimeter. Yeah. You know, that's how they running everything. So just like this word, like if you start going outside the perimeter, okay, start trying to sell everything, going off on a breakdown, you know, you start moving like this. Now you're moving outside the perimeters of the security detail that's already set up for you, man.
Yeah. You got like, say this, you do something.
Because the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, we'll start at verse 4. But thus hath the Lord Yahawah spoken unto me, like as a lion and a young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of the shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahawah of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. And
that Mount Zion is the elect. That's right. All right.
Verse 5. As a bird flying, so will the Lord Yahawah of hosts defend Jerusalem.
I think it's birds flying. It's bird. It's bird. It's birds. All right, read it again, Doctor.
Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahawah of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it.
So what is that? And our defense. Hey, those reinforcements. We're his earth troops. We're in the army. But what happens when you get in the middle of chaos? You call for the reinforcements. And the Air Force come through, man. The air cover, man. And what happens? You get first of all, they bomb the enemy. Then you have the reinforcements come and deliver you, man. Get us out of here. And man, we got Israelite privileges around here. We got elect privileges, man. All right, but go ahead with
Psalm 91 and verse 5. It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day."
And we all know what the arrow that fly by day is, man. If the brother don't have anything, the brother can get 2 Ezra 16 about the arrow shot to the end of the earth. See, we're here to wake you from the matrix, Neo. You worried about who's gonna play whatever sports is popping. Now, I know we just had the NFL last month, the Super Bowl. So whatever sport is popping this month, NBA playoff, or whatever singer got pregnant again, or whatever rapper just went to, all that's the matrix to distract you from the fact that they're gonna put a karate in you, and this thing about to get destroyed. All right, it's a false reality to blind you from actual reality.
This is verse 6. "Nor from the pestilence that walk in darkness, nor from the destruction that wastes at noonday."
Yep, the pestilence that walketh in darkness, all right, the destruction that wasted at noonday. Because noonday is also the peak of your agenda, man. But it's society, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, "1,000 shall fall at thy side."
Hey, this is where our insurance gonna take place. This is where our insurance gonna take place, man. All right, 1,000 shall fall by thy side. Don't you know we're gonna be here in a time of Jacob's trouble? The Most High gonna put a spirit on us to be able to walk over dead bodies, man. All right, but 1,000 shall fall by thy side. There's gonna be pestilences. All right, there's gonna be chaos, rape, murder, all those, man. At the same time, this is the time where it says in Jeremiah, it's Jeremiah 30 and 7. It's gonna be a time worse than no other, because all these different atrocities are gonna be happening. Then I see like little clips on Instagram of different tornadoes in America. Imagine there's already an ELP. Imagine there's already, you see where I'm going. There's already cyber attacks. There's already poison water. You can't drink it. And there's a motherfucking tornado 30 miles north. Like, it ain't no repair. You know, like, and it's a tornado or it's a good thunderstorm 60 miles an hour in the midst of an EMP. In the midst of polluted water, man. It's so bad that brothers' wives have had dreams and woke up fucking crying. You woke up crying from a dream. We're not even there yet. You woke up crying, shit. Brothers got non-believing wives that had visions. It's almost sound so bad. You had a non-believing wife have a dream. She just woke up and prayed. She didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to talk about it. Yeah.
Like you said, imagine, it's already EMP, we already in the midst of all hell breaking loose. And then you got tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever heading your way. You ain't got nobody that can warn you of what's coming.
Yep.
So, hey, shit just finna get even worse.
It's gonna be bad, man. And like I said, you said this when we first started teaching together, bro. That normalcy, you people about to lose your normalcy. Keisha represents America because the prophet, the Most High cursed out America said, "Thou that dwellest in pleasure, thou virgin that no man has touched," because you never had another country attack your ass. All right, it just hit your ass. Eve ain't never been in survival mode like this. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say that's why prophets gonna be so worthwhile in those days because they're the Most High weathermen.
Yeah.
You know, some coming, you wake up from a dream, the prophet tell you what to do. We need to go this way. We need to go that way.
Yep.
In those times, you know.
Yep.
I can continue it for me.
Yeah.
This is verse, now it said, "And 10,000 at thy right hand,
Yep.
but it shall not come nigh thee."
Yep. So that's the payoff on the protection plan. That's why you pay on your premium. That's why you pay on your premium. Okay, go ahead,
This is the Rock, chapter 2, verse 10. I'm reading the GNT. It says, "Think back to the ancient generations and consider this. Has the Lord ever disappointed anyone who put his hope in him? Has the Lord ever abandoned anyone who held him in constant reverence? Has the Lord ever ignored anyone who prayed to him? The Lord is kind and merciful. He forgiveth our sins and keeps us safe in times of trouble. But those who
He keepeth us safe in times of trouble." See, this is why we're giving a fatling offering, man. We gave an able offering, all right, to the Most High. All right? This is a fatling offering. The Most High is not, unless you get elected, woke up in the 11th hour, the Most High is not with that last minute save me stuff, man. All right? You had to already have been the elect that was planning to wake up at that time. All right? This is the payoff of the sacrifice.
Because like you said, like America represents, Keisha. Because no one has held America accountable for her behavior.
Yeah.
Like America's been going through the earth and showing her ass, man. No one has held her accountable, man. But now the Lord, through these other nations, can hold America accountable. And in that, all right, because you have what you call it, microchasms, different systems that exist in other systems.
Yeah, that's right.
So Keisha hold little shit for everybody. Keisha just gonna be one character in it, but everybody finna lose their normalcy, man, because that sheriff from I think he was from Oklahoma, he said that the federal government is not having any communication with local law enforcement on what to do with these immigrants. They're not having any communication with law enforcement, man. They're leaving them out to play intentionally to set them up for failure, man. The stages, all the recipes is in the pot, and the Most High just slowly stirring, man, and slowly turning up that pot. But just like you said, man, that normalcy that you people are used to, it's gonna stop at an instant. They're showing you now with these little test trials, okay, with the internet outages, TikTok, being bad. They showing you little glitches, okay, but the Lord put the spirit on Esau to hit that off switch and leave this bitch off. You know, because America is so pampered. You know that there's really no survival skills, man. It's gonna get aggressive and violent real quick, and like the elder said, that's just gonna be one of the problems. I'm getting that out, man. Then it's gonna unleash the troops. Then the wild Lord gonna put the spirit on wild beasts to remove out of their place. Then apparitions, you know. Then the different attacks. You know, it's gonna be crazy.
You know how many people are surviving off going to Walgreens and get a refill on their prescription? Like that's why they're on Earth right now. Because they go to Walgreens where every week they get a refill off their prescription. You know how many people are surviving off fucking dialysis? You know how many people are, you know what I mean?
Pacemakers.
Pacemakers, oxygen machines. But how many people have generators? And if you do got a generator, you think your neighbors ain't gonna hear that motherfucker? So that loud gasoline shit, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, your neighbors gonna wonder while like, damn, why they no chaos? You know what I mean?
It's gonna be like The Walking Dead, goddamn. You know, as soon as they start hearing noises, they go straight to it, man. Yeah. It's gonna be the same thing. You motherfucker hear a generator, they coming, man. But see, the thing is, America has spoiled the people so much, man. They've been giving to, like a child, man. You give them everything they want. You want this, get it. Don't worry about it. Get it. And then you stop doing that shit, that kids start acting out, man.
Because you know what I realized going back to that child? America's gonna have extreme withdrawals. America's gonna have extreme withdrawals to the point where, see, the average American is addicted to at least 5 different forms of stimulation. So when that stimulation get cut off, maybe 3 to 5, but when those stimulations get cut off, you're gonna bug out off of that. You're gonna bug out off the fact that you can't get Uber Eats, that you can't go to the grocery store. Like so many things that you took for granted, you're gonna bug out. Because Americans are addicted to instant gratification. Like a spoiled child, whatever they want, they can get it instantly. Americans are addicted to instant gratification in every aspect of existence. Social media.
Well, everything, like you said, when a band come or a social media platform go down, as soon as it come back up, everybody tripping. You know, posting it like, what happened? Why it go down?
Yep.
The main 4 things is food, sex, drugs, and entertainment.
Yeah, come on now.
Because you can get there instantly.
Yep.
Food, sex, drugs, and entertainment, you can instantly get there, man. And once they shut off, because America don't care about what's going on in the world alone, if they can eat, be entertained, and get their rocks off, man.
Yeah.
You know? So long as Americans can do that, they don't care who president is. You put anybody in president. You know, they showed you that, like, Biden was like a test run to see how stupid niggas is. And at least like, we can roll it on out. Hey, roll it out. These niggas ain't tripping. You got Biden, you know? They said, ain't no protest? Shit, let's go. Open the borders up, man. You know?
Back into Rock 2 and 12, and those who lose their nerve are doomed. All those sinners who try to have it both ways. Doom is sure to come for those who lose their courage. They have no faith, and so they will have no protection.
Like, you can't be riding the field. Like, you gotta be fully persuaded, man. You know, like we're in a time now where your freedom and your life is on the line for teaching the word, man. So you can't be trying to have a strategy, you know, for the world and a strategy. No, man, you gotta be all in with this, man. Like the world, you do that shit while this place is up and running. And when this shit shut down, you shut down with it. Like, I was telling the brother, I can buy guarantee that when they announce the economy crash, people gonna try to still go to work the next day, man. You know, because people are so in love with the normalcy of America, man. But we know when this shit shut down, don't come back on, that's it. You know, we know, okay, now it's time to fully trust. Like you said, the Lord, He's conditioning us to react in faith. Like we go through our day-to-day struggles, He's conditioning us to have a faith reaction. These people are going to have a faithless reaction when you don't read the letter.
You know what? Well, like you said, just like when the so-called slave was abolished, man, the slaves didn't want to leave the plantation. That's all they wrote. They didn't know what to do. That's going to be the same concept like the priest going to with these people in Babylon, man. They're going to be trying to go to work even though the economy has been shut down and they know about it, but they still have faith and trusting in Egypt, man.
And they trust in Egypt, man.
Yeah.
You get this one, figure out the scripture.
Yeah, come. This is Isaiah chapter 24. Can I read the NLT? Yeah. Chapter 24, starting at verse 6 in NLT. Therefore a curse consumed the earth. Its people must pay the price for their sin. They are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive. The grapevine is wasted away. The grapevines waste away, and there is no new wine. All the merrymakers sigh and mourn. The cheerful sound of tambourines is still. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more. The melodies choir of the harp are silent. Gone are the joys of wine and song.
Gone are the joys of wine and song. That's the heartbeat of America.
Yeah.
America has two facets: work and party. After you get out, and a lot of people don't even have a job, and they still club and all that. How that song go? You know the song, smile, bitch, smile, bitch. Yeah, I'm living my best life. And he was talking about like how you ain't got no job, you still go to the club.
Right.
But that's the theme, that's the heartbeat of America, is partying. You travel in the party.
You can party as long as you got resources. The party don't stop.
Yep. You know, as long as you got resources, and you know what's happening. We're numb to the fact that thousands of people die in America every day. Even amongst our own race, like our race, our nation, the 12 tribes, is in a state of an emergency. Like our brother Levi, which Haitians basically, they're in a state of emergency. In America, the 12 tribes are in a state of emergency. But we're so consumed in individualism, we don't even see it as we're fucked up as a people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like down here, if you go to a bar, you look at Jake, you can tell they be escaping. Like, I can tell your situation fucked up. But you come in here to really act like you know. But the point is, it's so many things going on in this society that we're numb to, that we don't even realize it's not normal. Like, you know, like Jake dying every day in your city. You don't give a damn. Like you watch the news or another Jake get killed, like, we desensitized to it. And it's the judgment playing with the 2/3 of our people. But it's like you be, oh, damn, she got killed. Damn shit. What y'all people later on? You know? Until it happened in your reality, until it happened, you know? That's why the Most High gonna destroy this place, because everybody's fucking consuming their own shit. It's not normal.
Main character syndrome.
Main character syndrome. Solipsism, narcissism, ego syndrome. The ego goes back to I. So you have an I reality. You know?
Little men say wax cold. That's part of it. That's cold-hearted.
It's cold-hearted.
You know, you done grew up beside this joker your whole life, and you get murdered. You like, damn, so what we cooking today?
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing.
Normal.
Yeah.
That's why Yahawashi compared it to the times of Noah, but worse. Because during that time, they were the same way, but, you know, all about themselves. You know, Noah preached for 120 years, but they didn't want to, oh, it ain't going to rain. We ain't never seen rain, you know.
Yeah.
But when it began to happen, what kind of mind state they got into?
Reality.
You know.
And the scripture says pride comes before a fall. Part of that pride is you thinking nothing can happen to America. You're so used to nothing happening to America, or if America gets a little boo-boo, then there's always like a rehabilitation. America always bounces back. Some president gives some great speech, and eventually normalcy comes back, like with the great scamdemic, man. But at this point, man, when it hit the fan, it's gonna fall.
That's why it's called a virgin.
Yeah.
Nothing has never happened over there on the soil.
She might get penetrated by 200 million phallic symbols.
Biggest train ever.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a mockery, because it's called the virgin, then it's called the whore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just she finna get hit in this state for the first time.
Well, see,
you know what I'm saying?
What Yahawashi said. He said when you commit adultery first in your mind.
Yeah.
So she spiritually committing adultery with all the doctrines that she's putting out. So, you know, the act is what follows next. You know, when you have it in your mind, commit it in your mind.
The disease.
Right.
The ultimate disease is going to be thermonuclear missiles. You know, the cleanest place to rid this place of its impurities, man. Because, and this place itself is impure. So it got to go as a whole.
Back in Isaiah chapter 24, verse 9, Gone are the joys of wine and song. Alcoholic drinks turns bitter in the mouth.
And like, what was Elder Yahawah beginning to with the correlation between Egypt and America? They were both big on beer. But America was a big beer country. Egypt was big on beer because they produce a lot of what's their wheat? Hops. Yeah, so they go
like a beer replacement.
Yeah.
Like after work,
Oh yeah.
slaves and beer, like a beer replacement. Then there's a little beverage. So like a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
You know, motivation for the next day.
Yeah. Kind of breathe. Yeah. Let them kind of bit a little bit. You know?
Happy hour.
Happy hour. That's why we have so many bars. We have so many bars in America. They love the fuck out of you. They know that the slaves have to have an outlet. You know, it's the fucking matrix, man. And everything's just like a square. You notice that? Just to put it out there, like you get off work, you most likely work inside a square. But every building shapes like a square. The bars, the movies, the malls, the streets, the strip clubs. But those all are little pockets to keep you from knowing that you're a slave, man.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, thinking outside the box. Come on, man. All right.
Verse 10. The city writs in chaos. Every home is locked to keep out intruders.
They purge shit. Like on purge. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody finna go into a real lockdown, man. You know? That's what that sheriff told me. He said, look, you brought some guns and locked down, man. The hell. They could see, and that's another thing. People used to emergency response. Because it's gonna come a time where that line gonna be cut off. Because it ain't enough responders for all these Americans, man. And then plus they gonna be catching heads, man. You know? So you Americans, you're so used to, because you're protect. That's why America is likened to, you know, a royal city. Because you look at it, everybody got bodyguards. Police, law enforcement, like everybody really got bodyguards. You got servants when you go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like everybody lives like the average American lives like an ancient noble.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
So when this shit cut off, man, and the Lord brings judgment, man, it's gonna be a major shift.
And you're gonna realize that you live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of parts of the earth, people not living like that. Starvation is normal. Malnourishment is normal. You know? Eating the same fucking beans every day, that's normal. Eating rice every day, that's normal. You
Somebody's starving, so you Americans can be obese, man.
And I hate you motherfuckers, man. You know how many people go in slavery so they can eat M&Ms?
PlayStation. They'll take them in the PlayStation and mine and shit.
You know, yeah, come on, man. Those China shops, slavery never fucking stopped. They just outsource it to another country. You know what it takes to make fucking Nikes? Over there, what's that? Is it Bangladesh, India? They're those low-grade slum buildings, and they're making Nikes for a piece of shit crumbs. They outsource it to a country that does not have minimum wage laws. To engender mass profits, man. You gotta look at this country the way the Most High is looking at this shit. The Most High see like how you really moving in the earth, man. A nigga in America don't see how you moving in the earth because you too focused on the goodies that you get from this slave shit. Like your little PlayStation, like you mentioned, your little Jordans. Alright? You a piece of shit, man. Alright? You a piece of shit, man. You a piece of shit, man.
Yeah, brother. Verse 11. Mobs gather in the streets, crying out for wine.
Yeah.
Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land.
Because you're going to be out here protesting for your normalcy. Just like in every other country, you have these protests in Greece and what's that, France? Yeah, Germany. Because your country's collapsing, man. They cut you out of it. Are you protesting for that normalcy? Like you said, you're going to experience the biggest withdrawal symptoms from a country, man. Border raid. Like, I was talking to a foreigner, man, and they was telling me they don't understand American kids because American parents give them toys for no reason. Like, they never worked for it. They just give them toys, man.
These sorry motherfuckers that was this.
Ever existed, man.
These sorry motherfuckers, boy. These matriarch babies. Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, matriarch babies.
These
Yeah.
sorry motherfuckers that was this.
Born in year 2000,
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah.
City, the Glorilla kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Last one. Verse 12. The city is left in ruins, its gates battered down. Because there's no going to be no upkeeping, man. And that's why it's going to be really fucked up on another level around here. Because trash is going to be constantly building up. The sewer is going to be stocked up. You know, it's body's going to be piling, decomposing animals. It's going to get... That's why the scripture says it's going to be a time like never before since it was a nation. We really just can't put it in them words to express how fucked up and bad and the judgment the Lord's going to bring down on this place, man.
Yeah, and just the negative ripple effect, like you keep going into. The negative ripple effect of these things that you mentioned, man. Like, once the city loses power, then the earth takes over.
Yeah.
It's just like anything. When it loses life, it starts to decay.
Yeah.
It starts to degrade.
Yeah.
So when the city loses power, essentially it died.
Yeah.
Then when it died, then all these processes, these natural processes of corrosion take place. And you're gonna be in the middle of it.
Now the sun ain't just the sun is the source of life.
Yeah, you need that sun.
You waiting on the sun, right? Yeah, heat.
A source of safety.
Yeah.
Because even like things will happen in broad daylight, but when that sun go down,
That's gonna be a different type of thought.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different type of thought.
Especially if you're a woman, because you know you got women, they get a job, they travel to a whole other state, they get this little apartment, and they're related to nobody in this state. So now it's an EMP, some type of crisis, and you in this apartment with your little dog, 3-pound dog, all by yourself, and it's dark. Have you seen that? They clip in Haiti, where that one was trapped inside a house in Haiti, and it's pounding on her door. It's chaos all around her. She might be dead by now. She in tears like, help, help, help. Yes.
And you know, it's always a set of eyes on Esau, any female in the apartment complex, especially looking nice. And she probably always rolling her eyes at a particular JB looking all weird and shit. When shit like that happens, he gonna be the first one coming to that door. My time. Yeah. Up over here. Myron was the fool with it. Yeah.
I got cool.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And it's going to get more sinful, man. It's going to get more sinful because people are going to go to a beast state or a beast like mine, man, when they don't have nothing. That's why the scriptures go into how they should not regard their neighbors. You know, the same neighbor that you on Saturdays or Sundays, you know, you having a couple beers, you barbecuing with. You know what I'm saying? Shit, eventually he's going to want to know what you got in your house. He's going to be wanting to come holler at you because he see the type of groceries you taking in. He see you taking whatever you're taking in and out of your house. He might have been in there and scoped it. You know, it's going to get to that point where it's going to be survival of the fittest, man.
It's in that mind. That's why Lord want to put an extraordinary spirit on us. And because it's a mental thing, man.
Yeah.
Like when you don't know when you're going to eat next, like your mind gonna start going all over the place, man. Like if you ever get an extended fast, man, like day 2, you be like shit. You know, like it be day 2, yeah. But then you think that, then I can't eat for another. You get to think about when you can eat again, like. That shit is really, it drives you to instant misery and depression, man. So it's like, imagine that times a million, man. That's what it's gonna be.
Then you realize you're addicted to like, you having withdrawals from salt, withdrawals from like crunchy things, caffeine, meat, cheese, bread, sugar. Oh, how could I forget sugar, man? We all addicted to sugar, man. We got all type of teeth missing like fiends and shit, man. Well, you go on those fasts, you realize like, damn, I eat this shit down there, like. But you know in your mind, like, I can't wait till I get off the fast. Yeah, see, the time when Jacob's trouble, it ain't gonna be. I can't wait.
There ain't gonna be no countdown.
It ain't gonna be no. You ain't gonna be no 3 more days.
Just gotta see that.
Yeah.
You check the time.
Yeah. Ain't no watching.
Zechariah 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Yeah, so he said he's gonna gather all nations, man. And this is what we're seeing happening now. The Lord is allowed this, the Lord is opening borders up, man. Because everybody is in the Lord's military, man. Russia, China, Iran, these mercenaries, the militia, these are all the Lord's militaries, man. And guess what? Jerusalem, okay, which is the people, all right, you tribes, all right, the Lord preparing Jacob trouble as we speak. The warning is going out. So you ignoring the warning, guess what? The Lord is still, all right, setting up Jacob trouble while you ignoring the warning. Like, it ain't no pause button on this thing, man. So the Lord gonna have it to where, man, because you already know Jacob and all these concentrated, because Jacob, wherever Jacob is real tightly populated. You know, Jacob really stay on top of each other, man. You know, and you know they already got orders, hey, to destroy. You know, with Jake, it's just deplete, destroy when it comes to Jake, man. You know, and the Lord finna unleash that, man. The women can be ravaged, you know, these women that love to promote themselves. Because you gotta think, like, new foreign troops, they be seeing Instagram and shit. You know, Esau got them over looking at these American women and shit. You know, like, the Lord got it set up for judgment that's gonna hit. It's gonna be a perfect full circle, man. You know?
All that teasing, because that's really what these women be doing. It's like a big ass, almost a strip tease, man. And like you say, man, cats are looking at these videos and stuff. You got cats, you know, these prisons, man. They gonna still, these prisons are not gonna be looked after. They just gonna open the doors up. All these jokers coming out of them prisons, man. You know what I'm saying? So all these women, and see that the Lord's finna take that pride away from y'all. Y'all finna be humbled down, because it's no doubt that it's a lot of jokers coming, perverted jokers coming for these women, man.
You know, the Lord gonna have a horny demon on them niggas, man. You know, women love to show themselves working out and shit.
Right. Then there's a resentment behind the horniness.
Yeah.
It's because Eve, she treats you like shit, or she resents you, or she has this haughty mind towards you.
Yeah.
Yet she touched you with her sexuality.
Yeah.
So now Jay got this, I resent you because there's, and no telling what a woman did in his life to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's gonna be aggression with that other stuff, man.
And what happens if you throw a steak in front of a lion, man? He gonna devour that motherfucker. And that's what these women gonna be looking like you gonna say to these horny ass people, man, the horny men. They gonna be looking like just walking steaks, like them cartoons. Motherfucker be all hungry, they walk, then they turn into a piece of chicken or some shit. That's how these women gonna be fucking looking to Jake, man.
And I'm sorry, brother.
No, you got it.
And human nature is dark.
Yeah.
So Jake gonna rape you, kill you, and probably eat you.
Yeah.
Alex Jones just said, you know, it's an old video, but it just surfaced again. How he said he sized up his neighbors and shit. You know,
I saw that video.
I would eat your ass, man.
Well, one of them filming the Barbie game.
I would say, America's called the mother of harlots. And this place is just one big red light district.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So, it's called the mistress. You know, the mistress, you know, you have a mistress that lay in the house, and then you have a mistress which would be the head harlot of the property. You know, so America is just like being the head harlot of it. Like you said, it's a big market.
They call it Matt Down.
Yeah, Matt Down.
Yeah.
Like the girl on Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
What's her name? I forgot her name. I can't think of her name. But yeah, she was just Matt Down. She was over all the little holes, man.
And you know, it's heavy because basically America teaches you how to hoe.
Yeah.
It teaches the other countries how to hoe.
Yeah.
It teaches the women in the other countries how to hoe.
Yeah.
Like it teach you how to take your clothes off.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to not. You have to understand, this country offends Yahawah.
Yeah.
Because even the heathen, they're heathens, but they know how to keep their shit down. They still have a certain level of tradition about it. This country is a foul odor in the nostrils of Yahawah, man. You get that? Oh, I think the spirit shifted a little bit. All right, what you had something?
I had something. This is Romans 3:3. It said, "What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?"
Yeah, we can go into it, bro.
So, hey, just because you don't believe, like the brother Ayas was going into, that there's going to become a Jacob's trouble. Hey, how about Shmuel Shah still setting up? He's setting the scene for Jacob's trouble. You know, and you're gonna be just left out there if you ain't got that the spirit put on you to prepare spiritually and to lean on Yahawaah when the time comes, you know, even to call upon the name and have hope and store up that faith, you know, or that knowledge, Isaiah 33 and 6, you know, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. If you don't have all that, hey, don't mean it's not gonna happen. Because it's already set for it to happen, because Yahawaah is not alike it.
And you know what? All the while you're not believing, they got these caskets set up.
Right.
You know, it's like the Joy of the Godstone casket. They got all these caskets, like they're still there. Meanwhile, you still don't believe. And at this point, it's not even that Jacob don't believe. He just don't care. Because he still has his normalcy. He know. You know, yeah, I know we the Israelites. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But he, pork, catfish, shrimp, adultery, he's not considering. He's not considering.
I mean, them guillotines that they had America ordered, like 12,000, 50,000?
Like 50,000.
And it's documented, man. You can Google it, look it up. You can see them. Motherfucker, some of them Chanel's. You like you're gonna get chopped out of style or something.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
But yeah, man, but Jake still just, you know, just walk around like I mean, you see how people moving, man, that they just don't, like the elder said, they don't give a fuck. They don't care, man. They see it and they don't see it. They hear it and they don't hear it. But it like the brother was going into young yard, man, it changes nothing, man. It's still gonna happen.
And even if, I don't know if a brother ever had his internet cut off temporarily, you kind of be tripping a little bit. Like, what the fuck?
Shaking a little bit, unplugging.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you kind of have internet withdrawal.
Yep.
Like, damn, I can't get on the internet. It's like, it's a lot of stimulation that, you know, brothers, well, not just brothers, Americans are addicted to.
Yep.
Looking for that DVD player.
Hey, a lot of times you realize you can't be in a room by yourself. Like, a lot of people can't be in a room by themselves without turning stuff on. You know?
I know one day, man, I had to catch myself, man. I was looking all around for the remote to the TV. I could have easily walked up and just cut the motherfucker on. Yeah. But I'm about to tear the room up 5 minutes looking for the damn remote, man. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you don't have no electricity. You realize you got books. Like, man, I got books. Shit, I got outside. I can walk around the neighborhood, you know? Go ahead, bro.
I'm looking over your yard. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 23. Tell them therefore, thus said the Lord thy power, I will make this proverb cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination.
You go to the word of faith. Like us, when we talking about, me and you talking about there how, last night we going to how we prophesied what you could say before. But see what the Lord is doing, prophecy is transitioning to reality. Yeah. Because it's going to come a time when it's not prophecy anymore, it's going to be your reality. Yeah. So you're going to be in the effect, you're going to be feeling the effect of famine. Your stomach going to be hurting, okay?
No, go ahead, bro.
The troops going to be outside, it's going to be number shootouts, okay? Men going to be banging on these women's doors, busting in them doors, okay? You're going to see your dollar is worthless. Now you're in the effects of these prophecies, man.
You know, because what happens is, this is part of that point, you have meteorologists in the sight of an oncoming hurricane. Yeah. So they'll be at the coast, and they've been talking about the hurricane days prior. Yeah. But now that meteorologist is at the coast, the recipient of that hurricane. So it's like, Hurricane Rita's coming in pretty strong. It's coming in. But like I said, what they're prophesizing is taking effect. Yeah. And now the prophecy is becoming reality. Yeah. You know? So same thing with us. Same thing with Noah. Noah was prophesizing, but at some point it started raining a little bit. Yeah. While he was prophesizing. So with us, while we're prophesizing, all right, now they're having articles coming out saying they have a successful Neuralink. Yeah. You know? Yeah. We got the caskets. We got the guillotines. Yeah. The apostles started prophesying before they had that out here. Right. So now it's raining before it even flooded. Why the prophets are still out?
FEMA camps.
Yep, and the end is manifested. That's why all these Walmart's gonna shut down. I noticed, like, even down here locally, it's a lot of storage room facilities. Nobody's moving to Jackson. So why is all these, what's up with all these storage room facilities they building, man? All right? Like I said, Walmart, we got the Metro Center Mall. You know, there's a lot of opportunity for yeah.
School.
Oh, the school in South Jackson. We ain't going to high school. It's going to shut down.
They got 11 schools.
And JPS?
Jackson.
My wife would tell them they finna shut down all the Family Dollars.
Dollar Tree.
And the Dollar Tree.
And they voting on the HBCU. Yeah, in June, July. This is a planned deconstruction. Like the elites are intentionally deconstructing America because within their New World Order, all right, they don't want their citizens with this much liberty, man. Because they don't want anybody to speak up against their wickedness, man. Okay? So they, all right, want to really disassemble America and break everyone down to what they call the serf. You know, they want the serf and the super rich. You know, that's why in Revelation 13 and 16, he said he calls all both rich and poor. They want no middle class, man. And America has a thriving, probably the most thriving middle class that ever exists, man. You know? So we're seeing a planned deconstruction of America, man. But also it's the Lord's plan, but he just gonna go all the way with it, man, and turn the bitch to a desert.
In every dystopian movie, do they not project it as such?
Yeah.
There's like this poor motherfucker, like, you know, Jake poor.
Yeah.
Then they got that 1%.
Yeah.
Those elite billionaires in every dystopian movie.
Yeah.
It's the commoners and it's the super rich. Like it's the middle class get wiped out with Hunger Games.
Snowpiercer.
I haven't seen that one. Elysium. It's so many movies. Was Out of Time with Justin Timberlake? Yeah, come on. So in every dystopian movie, there's a blueprint for the New World Order. It's going to be the elite, the 1%, and it's going to be 500 billion poor motherfuckers, man. 500 million poor motherfuckers, man. With the thing in their hand, it's going to be subject to slavery, man. All right.
Verse 24. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and it will perform it, said the Lord thy power.
And you just said that. And I will perform it. That's why I said the vision is for an appointed time. What's it, though it tarry? Wait for it, because when it comes, it will not tarry. Soon we're going to be living in, because what's going on now, we're watching the movie all while we're in the movie. But soon we're going to be in the stead of Ezra. Don't you know we're going to be in the stead of Ezra? When Ezra's like, whoa, shit, man.
Shit is here.
Yeah.
Who shall save me?
Yeah, but we're going to be in the stead, we're going to be in the, he had a sneak peek into the movie. Then the Most High brought him back. We're going to be here in the movie. We're going to be here. That's why they've got rap videos like Jake walking down the street, he rapping, but all around him is chaos.
Yeah.
Like exhibit old video. Just certain rappers got videos like that. Like they rapping and singing, but all around him is chaos, man. Because the elites know. All right. And the most unprepared people are the people on this side.
No doubt.
Esau is prepared.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
The most unprepared people are the people on this side. From the so-called black man to the so-called Israelite. The most unprepared people. Because you actually move like Goyim. The so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man, especially the so-called black man, you actually move like Goyim.
They wait for Esau to instruct them on what to do.
Yeah, because what do you do with Goyim? What do you do with cattle? Just feed that motherfucker.
Feed them.
And you just feed and fatten that motherfucker. All you gotta do is feed, take with entertainment, and come on, man.
Just like Joshua Woman said in live stream Tuesday, you niggas do move like 3/5 of a human, man.
Yeah.
You niggas are 3/5 of a human. When you look at niggas, man, the nigga woman, these motherfuckers are goddamn partial human, man. You know?
Hey, you know what makes them partial human from me speaking as a man? Your lower nature.
Yes.
2/3 are lower nature.
Yes.
Because the NLT, I believe when it speaks about the flesh, the NLT refers to it as like human nature. And we're supposed to suppress human nature for the laws. Your flesh is human nature. Jacob's 110% functioning off lower nature.
beast. Yes. Take it in the store.
And when I say Jake, I mean a nigga man and a nigga woman. They 100% move off their instincts, man. Just like you said, 3/5 of a man. All right.
This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me."
Yeah, you take counsel. What do you take counsel of? Feminism. You take counsel of Christianity. You take counsel of street culture. But we just take counsel in the trust of Egypt, thinking like, all right, they just gave another speech saying everything gonna be okay, so we good. You know? But that's something to get into also, man. The 2/3 of our people, you're brute beasts. And you move up your instincts. You move as though you have no God.
And to add too, they take advantage of the pleasures that Egypt had to offer. Like she'll take advantage of Esau saying that she don't have to have a man in the house. He'll provide everything. She'll live off the child support. Then, like you said, during the time of Jacob's trouble, what you used to benefit off of when there was no trouble, now it's going to be your greatest downfall. You know, it's going to be your worst decision.
That's why the scripture says Esau was a cunning huntsman. That's a snare. A matriarch to help her. America has all the different nations within its rim. To help a nation, Israel, set up off a matriarch, that's a snare. Didn't he do that with Gad? Wait till the men go hunting, we go kill the women and children. In this particular setup, let's kick the man out and leave the women and children here. It's open season.
And also, too, just to add to that point, now you done kept your children away from that man that could have at least instilled in them the decision making that's needed to be made during that time of Jacob's trouble. So now you got Eve that can't make no decisions, and then she got children, especially her boys, men. They can't make no decisions either, so now they all making bad decisions.
But the Jake today is pretty much just a male version of his mother. Like when you dealing with Jake out here in the world, the majority of them, they're just a male version of their mother. Either they just straight, a mo, or they a male version of their mother. Even if they are heterosexual, right? They got the same tendency that a woman would have. That's why when you talk to them, they react in the same way. Niggas love to gossip. Niggas, here it is, you trying to hold Jake accountable or something, man, and he just get loud and all this overreacting shit. You like, goddamn, but these niggas are the male versions of their mothers, man, and they are soft to the core, man. And then this shit, they not, going back to this, that was another tactic. Esau weaponized the woman to where all she will breed is more harlots, all right, and these soft niggas. Like, the nation of Israel is not capable of nothing. What the matriarch produced, they not capable of nothing. The seed that the matriarch produced, these motherfuckers not capable of nothing.
It says a harlot should be counted as spittle.
Yeah.
So what is they gonna produce with her son?
Yeah.
What's they gonna produce? The harlot counted as spittle.
Yeah.
What is she gonna manufacture?
Yeah.
So the matriarch is nothing but a harlot factory.
Yeah.
So you're either gonna spit out a nigga baby or a nigga woman baby.
Yeah.
But what are they gonna grow up and be? Spittle.
Yeah.
Train a child. Scripture goes to train up a child in the way that he should go, so that way they won't depart. If you paraphrase. But if you take the man out of the household, which is going to be that foundation, that structure, which Esau knew that, allowing the women to train the child up in the way that they want them to go, those are the results you get. Like the priest bringing out, tantrum having as men, so-called young men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Masculine, whorish girls. Yeah. I mean, it's fucked up, man. I don't even know how politely to put it. But those are the that's the new pedigree of this time, is women raising these children, man, that turn out to be feminine, offset, completely
lazy.
Lazy.
Sorry,
unwise, can't do shit.
No decision making.
Can't make a decision. Can't pump gas.
And this testosterone behind their priorities too. Yeah, you a male version of your mama, and you got this testosterone. So now you got a temper tantrum and you got a Draco.
Right.
You impulsive and you broke.
Yeah.
So you finna fuck they babies and you got your own apartment. You got no car. If you got a car because you still with your mama, you got all these children. You got no job. you just a thinking nigga. You a nigga that's trying to figure out how do I manipulate people around me to work for me. These females, your mama, your aunt. Because Jake, he'll go into little boy mode for his mama, and it'll make his mama weak. And you go into to the world and you can't pull that shit out.
And she got it. This boy got it.
Yeah, they got it.
They got it. They got it. Like, hey, that is perfect. Me right quick. You got this shit figured out, guys. Then go to that little boy mode.
Yeah, little boy
mode. Shit, mama get on one knee, that motherfucker. You like, God damn.
Titty back in the mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, she'll go to a little safety deposit and a little money she had stashed away.
This nigga got 8 fellas. Like,
Yeah. Because what happens, y'all women, and y'all never leave, even y'all never leave that nourishing spirit. So you never have a man to take that boy out of nursing. You never have a man to take the boy out of nursing. Even in the movie Roots, which you know that was going off. But Kunta Kinte, when he was like 15, they had their passenger rights. So they turned 15, they got blindfolded, and all the warriors in the village, they took them to the jungle. Yeah, look, y'all finna get circumcised first. I think they got circumcised. And then they had to go through these, like, if you gonna provide for your family, nigga, you gotta know how to hunt. You gotta know how to defend yourself. Jake throwing them around and shit. Where's the nigga passenger rights? That nigga never leave nursing. A nigga man never leave nursing, man.
Passenger right, nigga first blunt. You know, doing some stupid shit.
Stupid shit. First piece of pussy.
First house burger, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Nothing for them.
Yeah, that's the nigga passenger right, man.
Yeah, like you said, the matriarch, man, that's the new plantation.
Because the brother Padar and on Coast, he made a point. He said a son goes from being a boy to like that adolescent shit. That's a bullshit. A son goes from being a boy to a man. There ain't no in between. Like that's why you need that man right there. As soon as he start being that man needs to be right there. Yeah. So once he start becoming a man and he's just being over nurtured, you fucking him up.
Destroying
It don't matter how good the woman's intentions is. Like she can have good intentions and whatever. She's still not equipped to do that, and them boys be fucked up.
And it's still a weapon.
Yeah.
Being real, even if your mama, got good intentions, being around that feminine, that's a weapon to the masculine.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody pushed you.
Yeah.
You never went out and worked 8 hours as a young man. You never pushed the moor with your uncles.
You ain't got a scar.
You ain't got no scar. You ain't never. You know what I mean? That's the woman's job to be that nurse. But that job has an expiration date on that shit. That the man is a certain way with his son because he always has in his mindset, I gotta prepare you for reality. Yep. I gotta prepare you for the real world. All right, and that nursing energy ain't gonna do it. You know?
That's why give me Yahawashi, during the Matthew 24, Yahawashi also said, woe to them that are with child, woe will go into destruction, and to them that get suck in those days because of the type of children, the type of men and women that this matriarch system has feminism, this type of system that Esau created, that Eve took upon herself to pass down to her children, the type of vibration that's going to put on her children, and that's the mindset they're going to have in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of great distress on the earth, So it's just going to be chaos, it's going to be destruction.
Precept, this is Rock 30:1. He that loveth his son calls him off to feel the ride.
Yeah, because you already know that if I don't do this, I'm going to ruin him as a man. I'm nipping this in the bud right now. All right.
That he may have joy of him in the end.
Nobody wants a fool, a grown fool around him. Like your son is a grown fool. Like that's grievous to the spirit.
Because even when you go to say joy of him in the end, like you always go into the woman, she's great for short term.
Yeah.
The man is built for long term. Men have the vision to conquer, conquest, trade routes when you go into just society. Women have the mindset of the day-to-day nurture. So when you have them boys, all right, and you don't put that in them, now they just have that short-term mindset of day-to-day. Because you look at these men today, they just trying to get their day-to-day. Ain't no long-term goals, ain't no enterprise, ain't none of that shit going on, man.
And it ain't like being the truth.
Yeah.
I see if you Matthew 6:33, like, look, I got a job, No, like these niggas in the world.
Yeah.
So you don't understand the end coming.
Yeah.
You know? He said it's day to day. They're not long because what does provision mean? Break that shit down.
Roll before vision to see before.
Yeah. So a masculine man ain't the hard nigga that's hitting all the females. All right, it's the man that can provide.
Yep.
He foresee. He set his family. He set his grandkids up. So he set his grandkids up for because it's something called context, historical context. Yeah, we wasn't in apartments like that in the ancient world.
Yeah.
Even a poor man had an estate.
Yeah.
That's why scripture speak about, I think it's Sirach 11, like even a poor, no matter how much he works, he still goes home to a poor estate.
Yep.
It's talking about his actual estate. So like even that big cottage is within his estate. So in the ancient world, nigga, men had estates. So you set yourself up for your grandkids to inherit your estate. You set yourself up for your grandkids to inherit your slaves, your maids, your butlers, your crops, your cattle, your horses. You know? Not just, like you said, day-to-day shit, man.
That's the mind of a man.
Yeah.
But like you saying, these cats coming up nowadays, they still be hanging around their mama. They're not gonna be able to do nothing like that. They don't even have no knowledge of how to girdle their loins like a man. They are not ready to go head on with like manly duties, man. Being responsible, taking care of your family. You got it, bro.
I got a quote. It said, tough times create strong men.
Yeah,
Strong men
like 100 years ago, 100 years ago, 100 years ago, 1930s, 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, men were hard.
Yep.
Like, what a 22-year-old now is not a 22-year-old from the 50s. Shit. Like, it's hard to imagine, like, man, there was actually 18-year-olds in Germany fighting in World War II. And, like, think of an 18-year-old now. Damn, there was actually 18, 19-year-olds in Vietnam. Drafted fresh out of high school. In the trenches, literally, guerrilla warfare. 18, 19-year-olds. Now the average 18, 19-year-old got the weird hair. Come on, man. TikTok. Some new weird dance. You know? Yeah, for sure.
Back to what, because I was listening to y'all while I left, but the brother had mentioned that, they were taking the men out, severing the men out of the house. But that happened back during the 70s. But at the same time, the word was becoming truthful, And so it's a balance, like you've been saying, it's a balance to everything, And so it leads us to this time now that the mighty men, the Most High has broken down, to the point that, and He's going to break them down even further, when the destruction comes.
And then that's the economic warfare. This man attacked our testosterone. Like it's studies showing that our grandfather's testicles were so many times bigger than ours, which is where you store testosterone. Right. But like Jake is weaker now. Like even the street dudes, they look a little more feeble now. They're not like the '90s street dudes.
Like Trish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake didn't need a gym back in the day.
They did. They was just real. Hey, they might have had a bench press in the front yard, slap boxing this shit.
Right.
On that stop the walking post.
Yeah. Like a '90s street dude. They're like the last of them tough guys. 2010 on back, y'all even stretching that far. But like these niggas now, that it's 22, it's like, bro, they look more feeble. They just smoking synthetic weed. And everybody knows that synthetic Everybody knows that synthetic weed is laced with chemicals that lower your testosterone. Right. It's a warfare attack. They want everybody sterile, man. They don't want the Israelites reproducing. Jake can't get on hard. Trying to figure out why you're 22 with an erectile dysfunction. You get attacked by on every side.
That's part of that crafty counsel.
Yeah. Jake don't know how to handle his emotions. That's a chemical attack on you. The food you love probably is lowering your testosterone. It's probably raising your estrogen. Alright? Oh, and it's probably making you want to murder somebody. Like, like the music you listen to is putting you on a frequency. You just daydreamed about murdering somebody, man. Brother, whoever got a scripture for that.
This is Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
So even Jake that make money, they make money on some me shit. Like, so Jake is out here getting money. Like, Jake could be scamming. You can't buy nothing because everything you buy is through a credit card. So when Jake out here making money, when you think about their grandkids, somebody once said you become a man when you start making moves outside of you. When you start making moves for people outside of yourself. They say this week, so Jake never become a man.
I was watching the series on Netflix. It's the Medici family.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much that banking family in Florence, Italy. You know, they're pretty much back to Pope. You know, and it's pretty much where you get the modern elite banking style from. There was some kind of niggas, but you can learn from anybody that's running an enterprise. These them niggas wicked.
For sure.
You still gotta have a mind to run that motherfucker. You know, even if you want some shiesty shit. But he said, he was like, he told his son, because his son wanted to be an artist. He was like, look, he said, weak people live for themselves. Strong people live for others, man. Because he was trying to set up a legacy, a family banking cartel. So he was like, look, weak people live for themselves. Strong people live for others, man. So going back to what we were saying, like, you look at the generation now, nobody playing for this shit. Like, you go a few decades ago, pretty much, everybody was just fucking.
It was just fucking.
Ain't nobody playing for this shit.
Right after America got freaky, the 1960s.
Yeah.
1970s,
Yeah.
when they would just snort coke, smoke weed,
Yeah.
Marvin
Foxy
Gaye,
Brown.
Foxy Brown.
They had some peace, love, soul.
Peace, love. Everybody got in their free spirit energy.
Yeah.
And then we came.
Yeah.
So it wasn't strategized. It wasn't like, okay, my grandkids should be at this point, you know, at this rate.
Yeah.
You know?
When you look at today's time, everybody's doing the same thing. Men are doing exactly what women do, and women are doing exactly what men do. You know, men are going out there getting their teeth done, women going out there getting their teeth done. Men going out there getting their body done, women going out there getting their body done. Like, everybody's following the same roles anymore. So now there's no longer this difference between male and female, masculinity and feminine. And that's also another sign of you always go into like a decadent society.
If I may say, the goal of the small heads is have everybody in America in the state of androgynism. Yeah, that's androgynism where there's an inversion of the gender. So men are doing the same thing that women are doing, like you said, women are doing, because the average so-called black woman thinks like a man. Especially when it comes to dudes, the way she talk about dudes, is how men talk about females.
I ain't trying to be converted, I just trying to smash.
Yeah, oh yeah, that coast, man.
Like, goddamn.
So Eve is in her masculine, Eve is being direct. You know, you go into like the nature of females versus the nature of males. A female supposed to be indirect. Now Eve's trying to ask you like, how big is your penis? She asks you like, what's your favorite thing to watch on the internet as far as TV, C-O-R-N. Like, she just direct with it. You know what I mean? So the women are in their masculine and men are in their feminine, and that's an inversion. The women are here getting masculine haircuts, and the men are growing their hair long as shit.
And isn't that left-handed demon Baphomet like that?
He's an androgynous demon. The women talk about the alpha females. And the men don't mind being in their dynamics. So that's like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. How many, like, you heard about Jada Pinkett and her obsession with Tupac, right? You heard about Jada Pinkett Smith messing with August Alsina. Now, who did you hear about Will Smith messing with lately? Nobody. He the lawyer. She's in the masculine. We're in a state of androgyny.
I mean, if has came out on him that he's, you know, been out there.
I mean, he's but you know what they did? Yeah, but they had a thing where they were swinging anyway. Right. But I'm just saying, like, the narrative, and I didn't mean to contradict, but the narrative is like, it's open like she had these dudes, and he's like the faithful, you know what I mean? He's the good boy.
Yeah, she's the nigga.
She's the nigga, man.
The narrative has been planted that little 5'2" sapsucker is like, you know what I'm saying, pimping niggas out, like, bitch, You know what I'm saying? Get on your fucking knees, Will.
Manipulate.
Yes, sir.
Gaslight.
That motherfucker did movies since the 90s.
Yeah, that's right. Her weird looking ass. She was hot back in 95, set it off. Yeah. She weird now, man. I'm not saying I'm looking at man, watching just saying, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
Wait a minute. So when we left Egypt, when we left Egypt and he gave us those laws, isn't it like planting us a noble vine? Like I installed you. I gave you a hardwired program to make you a noble nation through these laws. 613 laws is like a hardwire. Like if you want to engineer your computers, like you get this computer a program. So he gave us a program that we're supposed to ingest and make us noble. Go ahead, brother.
Verse back in Jeremiah 2:21, yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy and right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant or a strange vine unto me?
A strange vine. Niggas in a feminine, women in a masculine, women being whores, Jake being degenerates. Now, it said a degenerate plant, right? Now, what does the word degenerate mean? What does that go back to?
Degenerate. So you're going back to your gene.
Yeah, but it D means away.
Yeah.
So you're going away from the ways of your genes.
Yeah, of your ancestors.
Because, departing from that ancestral standard.
Yeah.
Free dictionary. Departing from that ancestral standard, because the degenerate goes back to like away from the genes, away from the way of your ancestors, your forefathers. What was the way of our forefathers? Those laws. Is that where you hold us up there?
Yeah, just to link it up with the brother guy. That one there, bro?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
You see, all that new age shit, all right, it just seduction into Satanism, because Satanism is a philosophy that allows you to live out of the flesh or go after your human nature. The origins of Satanism is we're going to rebel from some oppressive God with all these rules, and Eve called it the patriarch, and we can live off our natural instincts, man. It's just Satanism, man. Feminism is female Satanism. It makes you immoral. It makes you immoral. All right?
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 7. For the vineyard of Yahawah of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry.
Yep, because he planted us a noble vine. And if you think about a king, they plant gardens in their yard. They plant orchards. But just imagine you plant an orchard, which is the nation of Israel, and weeds start coming up. The fruit that it's supposed to engender is like rotten and weird, man. That's our people, man. We withered because we got seduced by these nations. You know what? And that's why America is the last education of wickedness. America's the when we went through the Babylonians, the first Babylonians, we were in Egypt. We went through the Grecians. We were seduced by the Romans. We were enamored with all the nations. It's in our history. When you read about the Maccabees, that's us being acculturated into the way of the Grecians. All right. When you read about who else? The Romans, the Babylonians. But in the New Testament, that was Apostle Paul basically bringing in the scattered sheep back from the way of the Romans. That was the Greco-Roman energy that we was infatuated with. So this is an education. Okay, I told you to keep my laws, you didn't do it. Now you're experiencing the result of breaking each law. You're experiencing the outcome of eating pork. You're experiencing the outcome of adultery. You're experiencing the outcome of even not even growing your beard. All them damn bumps on your face. You're experiencing getting the damn crisp line and put alcohol on it. Which is probably why some of us bald. You know? You experience, what are the laws Jake break?
They love other men's women.
The adultery?
Yeah, that's the top one.
Yeah, they love the fantasy.
Murder? We got murder culture.
The other guys from the Lord.
But see now, since you didn't follow it, you had to experience the outcome of not following it. Just like when you raised by your parents and your dad tell you to go in this way, and you rebel, prodigal son, right? So now you got to go out to the streets and realize what Pops was protecting you from. Pops wasn't just being a strict dude. He was protecting you from the heathen. So now you got to go amongst the heathen, i.e. captivity, and you got to see the result of living without the Most High. You got to see the result of going off your lower nature. Your lower nature, man.
Like you said, we're seeing the results. Because the scripture say how women will be harnessed in the streets, and our children and our sons and daughters will die by the sword. That's us. Because like you said, like we came up dealing with women that we didn't intend to marry and put them back out there. So now when you get ready to have a wife, guess what? You don't know what number you with.
Yeah,
you just got to deal.
She might not know what number you
You know what I'm saying? You just got to deal. You know, all this dysfunction and all this shit that you got to deal with, the chaos and all this shit, that comes from going away from the law. Now the woman on her end, you know, she was able to, and one thing that the feminist movement showed, it showed that the women operate off of low nature. Because you look at the men that they chose, they always chose the men that operate on the lowest nature. Anyone that operates on the higher nature was boring, lame, but their low nature, that's what the woman loves, the lowest nature in the man.
They'll be the ones that molest their daughters.
Yep.
They'll be the ones who be beating the hell out of them, domestic violence.
Yep.
They'll be the ones who get them the dope and say, hey, you take this case.
Yep.
Hey, there's this show called 20 Women versus One Rapper, and it's basically like one rapper. He got choose. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining to be honest with you. But it's this one rapper from the new age called Nardo. But a lot of them jakes be go disciplining the females. So one of the women asked him, she was like, so do you smoke? He was like, nah. She walked up to him asking him questions. Really, he supposed to choose them. So Eve walked up to him like, do you smoke? She was like, nah. She's like, do you drink? He was like, nah. She's like, so basically you're just a boring ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But now, the chick that came up before that chick, she was asking, so when we do it, you like to give me bag shots, you like to do it missionary.
Yeah.
I said, she just jumped right into it. Like that was before that chick.
Right, and you know what? Y'all are niggas now. Because women are supposed to have something called shame, reserve. When a woman come direct, you in your masculine. You're a masculine bitch. Even niggas get turned off by that. Like even you know what I mean? A nigga know what he's supposed to have, even if you're a nigga.
Look, any kind of social media site you damn it go on, before you see their face, you see their ass.
Yeah.
Their ass all in the camera.
Hey, but that's a beautiful point, man. Females, they lower nature. And Esau gave them a divine association, like they up here with it. They down there with it.
Yeah, when you just observe women decision making, you be like, God damn. You know? Like, the shit be on to, what the fuck? You know, like you really examine the decision making, you just observe, and you be like, how this makes sense?
How you alive?
Yeah, like, you know, but that shows you that Most High had the man, that was their spiritual guide and their spiritual covenant over a creature that he made to have a natural low nature, man. You know, and like I say, he destroyed the family, because you look at it, the women, here it is, they complain about men, but these same women, they wouldn't deal with, if you ask a woman when she deals with a man just like her son, she wouldn't. You know? But that's what you breathe. Like, this is all you breathe down here. You ask a woman, would you see yourself marrying a man just like your son? Nah. You know? But this is the only thing you breathe. And my thing, with anything you do, you gotta do with the results. Like, look at the results of our culture, what they culture, or nigga culture. Like, look at the results of this shit, man. But niggas cleave on to it and try to justify that shit. Like, we past justifying nigga culture. That shit terrible.
We want y'all to die.
Yeah, that shit terrible, man.
Maybe better off just converting to other country, man.
Yeah.
Like country music.
Yeah.
Every Jake in the world just say, I denounce rap and R&B.
Yeah.
I'm a country fan from here on out. And no matter how wicked country ever is, it would never compete with the wickedness of nigga culture.
Well, I'm gonna let the brother get the point.
It's just going on to what y'all was saying, just adding on, like you said, because even going back to those examples you had gave, he's searching out for that same low vibrational state. He's searching for the same vibration that way that she's moving on.
Well, that's something that Elder Apostle Lamar said. He was like, you see a Jake that got all the women, it's because he in that same wave that she in. He in that same spirit, man. And if you're not gonna always be in the spirit all the time. Sometimes you might be in a lower state, and you might realize that you might vibe more with females that way. And then you might get back in the spirit and you not feel that disconnect. You're really supposed to feel a disconnect from the world. But you'll notice, like, if you ever kind of like been on the worst version of yourself, you might have kind of slipped. You'll notice the world might vibe with you better, you know? But when you're in the spirit, it's like a natural disconnect, man. You know?
This is
You can finish that and get your point.
Well, I had a definition when the verse that said I had planned to be a noble vine.
Yeah.
I got the definition for noble. It says having or showing fine personal qualities or high morals, principles, and ideals.
Don't you know we had a most high culture? Just how you drive, right? Because the laws was written all over Jerusalem, like all over the walls, like. So in the West, I'm pointing quick. In the West, they advertise with food. It's always an advertisement of something.
Yeah, billboards.
Billboard. But in the ancient world, the billboard was the most high. Yeah, Hooters. Yeah, just regular random shit. Twin Peaks and shit. But in the ancient world, the culture was serving the most high. That was the culture. That's how you got. Right now, the culture is serving your flesh. In the East, the culture was serving your house. Like you would get into, like, the culture would be wisdom. You know, science.
Going back to the parables.
Yeah.
That's why Queen Sheba, when she came to King Solomon, she was coming with them parables to test his wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody roll up on you, they might have a parable, test your wisdom, see where you at. You try
real quick.
Yeah, it was a mind, it was a thinking. You know, it was, like you say, it was about thinking, man. But in this shit, it's all about that lower nature, man. Everybody made poor decisions. When you go back to all the poor decision making, us as a people, it goes back to the lower nature. You know, everything, niggas, the baby mamas, the baby daddies, the life sentences, the prisons, the shootouts, it was all based off low nature, man. You know, no wisdom, no spirituality, no foresight, no discipline. It was all lower nature decision making, man. You know?
Which goes back to what you guys was talking about earlier. You know, that was the destruction of the family tree, because back during my time, the family sat down and ate together. The father taught, you know, to the children. You know, and that's when we're supposed to get our laws, statutes, and commandments from, you know, even though we wasn't in the truth back then, but, you know, we got order back then. You know, so again, during that time of the 70s, that was taken away. You know, because they destroyed the structure of the family. You know, so that killed them.
Sirach 26 and 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that fears the Most High. Going back to how you said that separation, that disconnect, when you tap back into your your spiritual nature, you know, our spiritual side, you don't vibe with those lower level women, but they vibe with the same life, you know.
Because for me, you know, like in the real world, you see a woman wearing some tight stuff. As a man, of course you're gonna be looking, but that's not something that I would initially go for. Right. Because in my mind, if you don't classify yourself as a harlot, then that's a problem. If you don't have a price by your picture, I don't trust it. You understand what I'm saying? If you dress a certain way and you ain't got no price of how much, it's like my brain don't know how to compartmentalize it. You scared. Like, you understand? So either you are on the spectrum of a decent woman, or you're a straight up escort. But a modern woman, like we went into, you're an in between woman, because you move like an escort, but you don't classify yourself as an escort. You want these expensive dates, and you give it out to whoever you want to give it out to. But we can't call you an escort. We can't call you a harlot. You know?
Can't call you a wife.
Damn sure can't call you. You go ahead, El Kazak.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahawah my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it.
So we're supposed to came to America and kept our culture, which that was beaten out of us, because he had to beat our culture out of us, to beat his name out of us, so we can't call on him and he deliver us. All right, go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes. I'm going to make the point about the Queen of Sheba.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. When she's seen in real time. Like, she's seen the laws, statutes, and commandments. She's seen like the glory, you know, of Israel when we was, you know, in good standards with our power. You know? And the nation was at all. And guess what? Just like you have legal culture that Esau, because one thing about it, what you call American pop culture, went global. You know? Everybody's influenced by America, man. And Esau take these niggas and put them on world tour. And like that's why foreigners, when they think of Jake, they think of little baby and the baby and shit like that, because that's the representative that Esau put out. But see, when King Solomon was our representative, man, they were like, who are these people, man? Who are these wise people, man? You know?
Because you know what? Esau deals with archetypes. Esau, as a matter of fact, a brother get that word archetype. Esau deals with archetype. That's why, you know, you might go out in public and somebody might treat you a certain way, because it's not that they know you personally. You're associated with a certain archetype in their brain. And we have archetypes in our brain towards other people.
Yeah.
But Esau has constructed, like you said, a little baby, a little dirt, NBA player. You know, so somebody is making an effort to compartmentalize you to see what archetype of a so-called black man you fit in. But there's no prophet archetypes. There's no man of the Lord archetypes. You know? See, Esau knows that I can control archetypes. I can control people's perception, man. You know?
I got it. All right, go ahead. This archetype, it says a very typical example of a certain person or thing.
Yeah, like the movie They Clone Tyrone. They showed you the different archetypes in the so-called black community, showing you that Esau drew, he wrote up a script of the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American community. He wrote up a script like, these are the characters that I'm going to inspire, because back in the 70s you had that movie, Pimp. You know, basically based off of Pimp.
Dolomite.
Dolomite, and this is another one. That was another one. You know, it might have been the back. Superfly. So, but before Superfly, you had so-called black revolutionaries, and that was the archetype. But then they replaced the black revolutionaries, so-called black revolutionaries, with pimps. But it was the same era when Jake was actually pimping. I mean, Jake been pimping in the United States, but this was the same era when pimping was commercialized. And the 70s was a pimp era. The long Cadillac, so it's no coincidence, the same era when Jake was actually pimping, they had these movies about pimping. Then the 80s was what? Gangster rap? Dope boys. And what happened in the 80s? They flooded the cities with crack. You know? So, but these like those NWA, those are archetypes.
And then you look at it, if I can add, because on that Clone Tyrone, either you're going to be a pimp, a dope boy, or hope. Like, that was the archetype. Like, you didn't see no engineers, you didn't see no electricians, you know, because even like black culture, really, especially, you know, in the inner city, if you wasn't a street nigga, an athlete, you were pretty much lame. Like, if you wasn't a street nigga, an athlete, you was lame.
And you know what? Eve still holds on to that.
Oh, yeah.
Eve still holds on to that. And Jake still holds on to that. Jake could be at work with a street nigga complex.
That's why Chris Brown be in blood.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn.
I'm only 34 years old.
Wait till you sell 2 million, you know, 20 million hours, you didn't be a blood. Like, you know, but stuck in that archetype, trying to fit into that archetype, man.
An R&B singer wasn't even supposed to be in the realm of a street nigga. That's a whole different space. So you a tatted up R&B singer, blood, come on, man.
Make you think of our boys in the hood. We can try to get out.
Yeah. He get shot?
Right,
Get shot.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High have made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
Yeah, because one of the inventions is these cultures that we follow. All right? Because that's the MK Ultra. Like Elder Yahawah was saying, like the whole country of America is under MK Ultra. And then Jake has their own MK Ultra. And that's where I believe the concept of Frankenstein came from. I believe when they wrote the book Frankenstein, there was a projection on what they was going to do to the 12 tribes. We going to engineer the Israelites to be niggas. Because the world knows who we are. Like Russia just opened up their icons to where the whole, like they opened up the Icon Museum to where they're open about the Israelites being black. You know that book, Russia Icons? Now Russia has opened up all their exhibits to where you can walk up and see the icons of Jake. So they're showing you the world knows who we are. So why is it in America when they freed us from slavery, they say, look, we got to engineer ultimately to transgress from Yahawah. So so-called street culture is really a Frankenstein engineering, man.
We say many inventions.
Yeah.
That street nigga is an invention.
That nigga, and he's under a mind control. He's going off a script that was written to him.
He's an experiment that worked.
He's an experiment that worked. Like Keisha, you are an experiment that worked. Even our grandmas with that big Bible with Christmas rappers on it. Our grandma was an experiment that worked.
Hey, because what it has, they had that tape recorder, and they called Tyrone. He thought it was his mama, but he was just recording. They were showing that Esau programmed her to say the same shit. You know, he was programmed to say that what did your mother start telling you to do? They was big on push you into the army. Just be in tune, be a Roman, college or army. You know, they were never talking about enterprise or like that wasn't the thing. Our mothers wasn't telling us to enterprise and do our own thing. They was either military or college. You know?
Or just go get a job in the warehouse.
Or she put out an energy, you be the athlete. You know,
Exactly.
another archetype.
Well, because, like you were saying, because when we got out of slavery, Jake kept popping up with their own
Cities.
communities, economic communities. So you gotta think at least like, shit, I need to get these niggas' minds.
Because we all know what a community turns into. A city. Cities turn into nations.
You gotta get these niggas' minds. You know, and that's when you have feminism. Okay, like say the black exploitation, the pimps, the niggas, the drugs. You know, I gotta get these niggas' minds. Crack wasn't. These niggas keep rising. We gotta do chemical warfare on these niggas, man.
Crack was hard, dude.
And one of the hardest chemical warfare covertly was food. Food in the hood, but you go ahead with the scripture, brother.
Just to match y'all points. The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Hey, you know, and it's really started. It started with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Started with High Priest Abba Business coming out with the truth. That's part of this destroying that covering cast.
Yeah, lifting that veil.
Lifting that veil. But Russia, Vladimir Putin, he actually came out and has an open exhibit to where anybody can come into these little exhibits in Russia and see the so-called black Russian icons. Showing, and they come out and saying, yes, the Hebrews are so-called black people. And they just coming out and saying it now. That's part of that destroying that covering cast. Like we're under, even in this truth, bro, I can honestly say, I'm still deconditioning myself. A decade, not even bragging about time. But every time you go into that state of solitude and self-reflection, you realize you still got some deprogramming to do. You still got traumas from middle school that's in you. You got little boy behavior in you. Little child, you know what I mean?
Like, going back to it, like going to the archetype. That's why really when you be out, you know, Elder Apostle Kyle was down here, man, you know, he was telling brothers, you know, even when you go out, man, it's why it's good to even tip extra, man, because they don't expect them from Jake. Because I picked up the waiter one time from Buffalo Wild Wings, and she was back there pissed, man. She said, man, the supervisor had me at this table with all niggas, man, and it was 20 of them, they ain't leave nothing, man. Damn, you know, I'm like, God damn. You know, so, but for real, like, you know, you look at it as a small thing, you know, but they look, when they see Jake, they automatically know these niggas finna be the loudest, these niggas gonna be the most demanding. Niggas ain't gonna leave shit.
No appreciation.
Yeah, so, like Elder Apostle Carr said, man, you need to tip, man, because Elder Apostle Carr said we're gonna do the opposite. Whatever niggas do, we're gonna do the opposite.
And then if you got it within your means, well, I was gonna say, if you got it within your means, don't leave a $2 tip. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta mean, but if you can, you know, 10, 20, like, you know what I mean? Because that's how you get treated better the next time.
The spirit, because I just went out a few days ago, say about 5 days ago, and the spirit was on me just to, I was tipping the hostess, you know, and extra for my waiter, you know, and hey, I mean, it was just a spirit. Now, I even told my woman, hey, we'll be, hey, look, they're gonna remember us, you know, we're gonna be treated better next time.
Because a real man, a man of the East, he invested in his reputation. Like, even the elite of bankers, they was like, I don't give a fuck about no chain. I'm investing in my name. You know what I mean? A man of the East invested in his reputation. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I was going to say, quote their scripture, a good name is,
Going back to the ways of our forefathers, man, it's not about instant gratification. You know your last name means something. What you doing right now is going to affect how they treat your son. How they going to treat your daughter. Oh, you whose son? That's going to open doors for them. Your dad was shit.
Yeah, nah.
Go ahead, bro.
No, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got some.
Okay.
Because y'all was getting on what people call black culture,
Yes.
which is deaf culture. The book of the prophet Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 5 down to 6. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the heavenly Father. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Philistine culture. And they said they please themselves in the children of strangers, because you're infatuated with their culture. You have to understand that heathen around about us, they had a culture that allowed them to live out their flesh. Whether it's the Philistines, Canaanites, the Romans, the Grecians, every culture had the same ideology. Yeah, live out their flesh. So of course, if you see somebody else looking like they lit, of course you're gonna have a temptation like, damn, I wanna have fun too. You know? I wanna do this wild stuff with women too.
But the college lifestyle.
Yeah, because all colleges, man, really offering your kids off, man. I mean, a lot of times we got to control over our limits like that, but just in general, man. A college campus is little Rome, little Greece, man, little Egypt. That's why they have fraternities. What do they call them? Greek fraternities, man. All right.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3. I'm gonna start from verse 1. This note also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Egocentric, man. Individualism. All right, go ahead, bro.
Just real quick, they type right in. All right, this is definition for Philistine. It says a person who is guided by materialism and is usually disdainful of intellectual or artistic values.
Because you know, even Esau tries to project himself as being opulent or being aristocratic by buying art, right? And being into art.
Yeah.
But really, when we go into lower nature, high nature or high culture is you looking at art. Is that you feed into your intellect. You can define a man based on what he do in his free time. Are you reading your free time? Are you working out? What are you pouring into yourself? You see? Because the Philistine culture is really feed your flesh culture. Like this materialism shit is really an extension of lower nature. It's really it's an extension of the flesh. It is a paradigm where the Most High or the thought of the Most High doesn't exist.
It's overindulgence and it's low quality.
Yeah.
Because you go into what do you call it? Epicureans. Now they were overdosed, so it was fine, quality, you know. But you go into, like you say, the Philistine, you like overindulged, but then it's low quality.
Yeah, because Jake eat meat every day, right? Americans eat meat every day, but it's processed meat. Now, if you can afford to eat lamb every day, go ahead. But the average Jake not doing that. They're pulling up at the drive-thru. And guess what? And after you pull up to the drive-thru, eventually, where's you gonna pull up to? The hospital. Get them fake arteries. You went from fake meat to fake arteries. It's called a stick, man. Because your arteries fail trying to get out of that plaque. All right, you trying to get blood through that plaque and it can't get through it. So they give you a fake. And you know what happens when Jake get them fake arteries? They keep eating the same shit to kill their arteries, man.
Hey, but see, like, you can tell Jake despise anything that's intellectual. Like, Jake hates when you eat different.
Yep.
Jake hates when you listen to different music.
Yeah.
But, like, when I used to try to be related to Jake, you know, drive and I play some shit. But now, Jake finna hear some country.
Yep.
Jake finna hear some chill hop.
Yep, that's right.
Jake, you finna hear some classical.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Get out?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, bro, I had somebody tell me one time, I was like, I'll never let a man tell me what to do again or what to eat. I'm gonna eat me some chili. I'm like, you ain't hurting me. And I'm eating me some chili.
Hey,
okay?
I got over that my first year in the truth. After my first year in the truth, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah.
We out here teaching, and I'm not in my personal life. I keep doing what you doing, man. Right on, you eat them damn chitlins, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna persuade you to not eat catfish.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about you like that, nigga. We're going back to men should be lovers of themselves, so they really think the men of the Lord give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
You give a fuck about the elect.
Yeah, that was just a curse.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
before I continue, I want to add to what y'all was saying with the Philistine culture. You know, over there in the East, back then, like over there in the Eastern culture, it was all about cultivation, not just of the plant, but oneself, one mind, one spirit, and one body.
Yeah.
It was about cultivating yourself, you know, continue to grow higher and higher.
Yeah.
I just want to get that right. This is back in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers.
Yeah, proud. Jake be looking goofy as hell on social media, man. Like, you know how Jake be on social media, man. All right, like you're vain. Like, what are you building, man? All right, proud. Jake brag about adultery. You know what else brag about adultery? Eve. Somebody, Elder Benatez out of South Carolina, had a little clip, and it was going around asking nigga women which one is better, the main nigga or the side nigga. And he was like, the side nigga, because, you know, the main nigga, he for stability, but the side nigga gonna blow my back out. And it's like, all them, they up on this shit, man.
They go into the American culture. I think you brought it out before too. It was one of the old pimps. They said pretty much America, you know, is a game that ran off hoes and tricks.
Yeah.
But like the main nigga is the trick.
Yep.
If
Right.
a woman is that hoe. Like if you, the trick is the guy, all right, that's going to give this woman stability, you know, while she doesn't do what she wants to do and play the hoe. You know?
Because that's the spirit, that was my mindset too. You got the pimp, the hoe, and the square. The square is the working dude. That's the good man. The hoe, that's the woman you wipe up because she's not a virgin. She don't have that traditional mindset. The pimp is really the street dude because he look at her as a tool. Whether it's a tool for sex, a tool for money, but somewhere to stay. Yeah. And it's a pimp hoe square paradigm, man. This shit sucks. All right?
Proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parent, unthankful, unholy, without natural affections, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despiser of those that are good.
He said natural affection. But there's no sincerity amongst people. If most of the time when people are doing something for you, they got some ulterior motive.
Right.
You know? Everybody's out the game, man. You know, and we going back to our customs, man, like, wow, man, we had each other's best benefit, you know. We had each other's best well-being in mind, man. But that's going away from the earth, man. Even amongst neighbors, man. You barely know your neighbor, man. You know, there was a time when the community was tight, you know, you knew everybody's children and all, but that tradition is gone, man. Now, it's just dog and dog.
You used to borrow things from your neighbor, you know, they watch each other's children, you know, all that. But now, like you say, your neighbor, man, you want to, like, I want to put a fucking fence up. I don't even want to have to see him.
They show up at your door, like,
Yeah, it's like,
you know what you doing? What's up?
hard face on.
You got it.
Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures.
So, ain't they say that in nigga culture, jugging and finessing? They probably got a new term now. There's always a new term for evil shit, man. All right, we had traitors, man. Backstabbing, man. Backdooring. Backdooring, man. Go ahead.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High.
So you got that Philistine culture. Is it Philistine or Philistine on Google? But you got that heathen culture. Go ahead.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
You might have a nigga tank that bring that whole sentence. Bring that down, bro.
What was the last part, bro?
Yeah, what you just read.
Verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Because basically that godliness is they looking themselves to be their own gods, man. Lovers of themselves, man. People worship themselves, man.
And then you might have a form of godliness like the average. They believe there's a God. You might have a Bible tat somewhere on with the rest of them tats, but you still a nigga. You don't fear your how about how some how side, man.
You got a zeal, but not a pour of knowledge.
Right. Yep, that's right. You know. But in the same breath, you niggas do think you a God.
Because what that nigga that just went had that sent to prison where he say, I am God?
Nature boy.
Yeah, that nigga.
Yeah, lower nature boy.
Yeah, that's
Lower nature boy. And they swapping women and shit like they real free spirits. Like you a Philistine, man. Like that's not Hebrew culture. What you claim to be Kemet, but that's not our people, man. But there's no new thing under the sun. You was infatuated with that little sensual culture back in the ancient world. Don't you know that's why we here? We here, like this didn't happen. The white man, so-called white man, is not that great. We can gather the strongest people and put them here. This is a divine punishment. I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy. The Most High set up this so-called white man to shame us in America. We just here on this penal colony. Like, you ever see certain shows, like I think it's called 4400? Like they just randomly on some random island. Like, how did we get here? It's America, man. We're here, man. On the penal colony. Now we figured out why we're here. The Most High revealed to us you're here because you transgressed in the ancient world, man. Now get the fuck up out of here. We're here to get up out of here. All right? Anybody have the last holy scripture? You got it.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 4. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the heavenly Father, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backward. And for that word backward, it means alienated or separated.
Hey, you know, and look, we're not in a time, now we know not to envy the heathen. We know not to envy the glory of 2/3. All right, because we know what's going to come for us afterwards. And we know what's going to come for them shortly, man. But with that, we hope you brothers and sisters are edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahawah Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Kakadash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Above. Yahawah Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Kakadash. Shalom.